Some architects build with concrete, some with steel, but Charles Correa built with climate, culture, and an unshakable belief in human dignity. Welcome to Design Karanversation, stories, insights, and conversations. This is volume 2 of Charles Correa episode from Lines and Legacies series. So अगर आपने वॉल्यूम 1 नहीं देखा है अभी तक तो सबसे पहले जाके चार्ल्स कोरिया वॉल्यूम 1 देख लीजिए और उससे पहले इस चैनल को जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. So today in Lines and Legacies volume 2 we decode not the emotion but the engineering of that emotion. This is the technical anatomy of Korea's architecture, a deeper look into the decisions behind the poetry. So section 1, the design grammar of Korea. Every architect has a signature. Korea had a language, a grammar of space that stayed consistent across geographies and decades. A. Light as the primary material. For Korea, light wasn't decoration, it was the first line of the brief. He carved shafts, courts, verandas, pergolas, not for aesthetics, but to choreograph light as if it were a living element. He used light to create hierarchy. Sacred spaces receive vertical light, social spaces receive diffused light, circulation receives moving, dynamic light. Light was structure, light was geometry. B. The open to sky principle. This is the Korea signature most architects try to imitate but rarely understand. The open to sky space in Korea's architecture is not a leftover, it's the anchor. It's where climate, culture, and community meet. From Gandhi Smarak to JKK to small low income housing, the sky becomes the ceiling. C. The in between spaces. Verandas, platforms, pavilions, terraces. These are not transition zones, these are primary experiences. Western architecture often divides inside and outside. Korea dissolved that border. He believed the most democratic space in India are semi-open spaces, and he built for that democracy. Section 2. Materiality and tectonics. Korea's materials were never random. Each was rooted in climate logic, economy, and cultural symbolism. A. Brick as memory. In Gandhi Smarak Sangrahalaya, brick is not nostalgic, it is breathable. The porousness allows the building to stay cooler, quieter, closer to the earth. B. Concrete as landscape. In Kanchenjunga, concrete isn't heavy, it's sculpted. The building is essentially a climatic machine. Deep terraces act as buffers, mass reduces heat gain, shadows act as insulation. C. Stone as time. In JKK, stone holds the mandala like a cosmic diagram. Timeless, heavy, grounded. Korea used stone not for luxury but for permanence. Section 3. Form, proportion, and geometry. Korea was one of the rare Indian architects who used geometry as cosmic order. A. The mandala logic. Jawahar Kala Kendra is not a form, it's an idea. A 9-square grid, 8 squares around the 9th empty square, each representing a planet, a direction, an emotion. Koyas didn't copy tradition, he reinterpreted it into contemporary tectonics. B. The section as a narrative. While most architects obsess over plans, Korea worked in section. Courtyards drop, ramps rise, light enters vertically. He wrote stories in section cuts. C. Hierarchical space making. Korea believed architecture must tell you where you are without signage. Hierarchy was created through light, volume, thermal comfort, texture, acoustic behavior, degree of enclosure. This is why Korea's spaces feel right, even to non-architects. They are intuitively human. Section 4. Housing Innovations. If there is one area where Korea was revolutionary, it is housing. A. Incremental housing. Korea believed low-income families must be given frameworks, not finished boxes. Why? Because communities grow organically, not by architectural drawings. Aranya in Indore remains one of the most humane, flexible models of urban housings. B. Kanchenjunga vertical climate design. Deep set verandas, cross ventilations, multiple orientations, double height terraces, thermal buffers. Kanchenjunga is not a tower, it's a stack of climatic courtyards. Korea wasn't building luxury, he was building logic. Section 5. Urbanism and India. Few architects thought about India as deeply as Korea did. A. Cities must breathe. Korea's argued against the glass box global city. He believed Indian city should evolve around shaded streets, transit-oriented nodes, open courts, low-cost materials, human-scale clusters. He said, the best cities are the ones that grow like banyan trees. B. 5 principles of Korea's urban vision. First, equity. The cities must be for everyone. Second, climate. Every design must begin with the sun. Third, culture. Public life is the core of Indian cities. Fourth, flexibility. Urban form must adapt, not dictate. Fifth, nature. Every project needs a piece of the sky. C. The new urban India. Korea warned against blind replication, over-densification, car dependency, ignoring climate, privatization of public realm. And yet, he remained hopeful that young designers would bring back meaning. Section 6. The mind behind the master. Korea once said, architecture is not about style. It is about creating a framework for life. His genius wasn't in forms, it was in understanding life. He designed like a scientist. He felt like a poet. He built like a humanist. This was Charles Correa, decoded, not as a legend, but as a system of ideas that still guide the future of Indian architecture. If Volume 1 was the emotion, Volume 2 is the blueprint. Because some architects design buildings, but Correa designed a way of thinking. So अगर आपको ये एपिसोड पसंद आया तो जल्दी से लाइक कर दीजिए और अपने कॉलीग्स और दोस्तों के साथ शेयर कर दीजिए। और अगर आप चाहते हैं हम इस तरह का कंटेंट और बनाते रहें तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए। मिलते हैं अगले एपिसोड में। थैंक यू।